Hello, everybody. Welcome to the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Welsh, Wednesday night live. Be on here live for a little bit, talking about a couple of things and answering some questions if anyone has any. Hope you're having an excellent Wednesday and hump day. Looking forward to the weekend. As always, please subscribe, like, and share the channel. Always greatly appreciated. Yesterday, talked about Trump just a little bit. And I want to apologize. I was going to be live last night, but I suffered some migraines yesterday, and I've been suffering migraines recently, and I had never had them before, and I wish them on no one. I'll just say that and move along. Coming up, we're going to be talking about COVID-19, vaccines coming out. We're talking about talking to people on the front lines, medical professionals working on getting some things lined up. And because of the elections, because of the turmoil, COVID and the importance of stopping the spread and eventually getting this under control, the importance kind of got lost. I'm going to, Bruce. I'm going to go get checked out. The importance of COVID kind of got lost, and I've personally seen demonstrations of people that before didn't think it was real or serious and have since changed their minds. And hopefully enough of us in the country, hopefully we take lessons from the NFL, for example. And we see that the restrictions they have work as long as the people follow the restrictions. And we should take a lesson from that as a society. And as someone else put it to me, they're diabetic and they have to inject themselves twice a day to stay alive. People can't wear a mask when they have to go to a store. Is it really that big of an inconvenience? Again, we're going to talk about these kind of things in the upcoming episodes. I want to talk a little bit about Trump. President Trump has said that he will indeed agree to step down if the Electoral College does indeed elect Biden. Now, I need to go into this a little bit more in depth as to what could happen with the Electoral College. And I'm going to be doing that. That's what's going to be happening tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about the function of the Electoral College, the legality, and the problems that could arise. Also, I mentioned last night about the pardons that people are beginning to ask for, and now it's growing, and will continue to grow, I'm sure. And I mentioned last night, you don't ask for a pardon if you haven't done anything wrong. Eventually, it's going to sink in to the American public. Maybe not in totality. Maybe there will be part of what someone wrote me as the Trump. I forget the word I'm looking for. When cult, the Trump cult was the word I was looking for. That there are those in the Trump cult, and that they will never believe anything other than Trump. But the majority of America is going to see what has been happening, what is happening, including Department of Justice investigation that the Trump administration, Trump, has been selling the pardons in exchange for laundered money to be funneled into the White House. We know he's already transferred about $150 million from campaign funds to the Trump organization. So the thievery is still going on and will continue to go on, and we won't know how bad it is until all is out of there. And I've never spoken like this about another person that won as a Republican. And Donald Trump is not a Republican. Donald Trump is a narcissistic MAGA liar. And I'll just leave it at that. Pardoning his kids, preemptive pardoning. Is that like pardoning for things you plan on doing, pardoning for things you know you're going to be charged with? That's kind of what I think it is. But we'll find all these things out. And also, where's Mike Pence in all this? Where's our buddy Mike Pence? Mike Pence could get left holding the bag. Mike Pence could be the proverbial scapegoat in all of this. And finally, Donald Trump is saying he is going to announce his run for president in 2024 on Joe Biden's inauguration day, if he indeed does have to leave office. And he does have to leave office, barring a major insurrection, which I feared greatly, and I will still not discount until there is a peaceful transition of power. But the more we go along, the more I feel like we're not going to get a violent insurrection in support of Donald Trump. I feel like, as someone wrote to me, Trump people are going to eventually be able to do the math and figure out that they've been hoodwinked, they've been scammed, they've been lied to. And again, don't hate on them for being scammed. But the longer they hold on to the scam, the more you have to be wary, because it'd be hard to trust somebody that just continued down that same path. Let's just put it that way. So anybody has any questions? Sleepy Joe would have lost if it weren't for Trump's ongoing complete failure on coronavirus pandemic. You're probably right, JB. Anybody that watches the show knows I'm not a big Trump fan, and not a big Biden fan. And yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Just because there's a new president doesn't mean there's going to be a whole lot of change or any change. We've got to keep working and keep putting the pressure on to make sure that changes come to get us back on track as a country. Will he pardon Lil Wayne? I don't know. I heard he's going to pardon the guy from the Tiger Show. Joe Tiger, is that his name? Tiger Joe? What is it? Tiger King. The show's Tiger King. And I'm one of those people that I've never seen it. I've never seen an episode. I had too many people tell me not to watch it, so I just never got involved with that. Also, never saw Game of Thrones, but I'm going to have to sit down and binge watch that at some point, because it wasn't for a lack of respect for the craft of anyone that put Game of Thrones together. It's not going to happen. What's not going to happen? Pardoning the Lion King guy, not Lion King, pardoning the Tiger King guy is not going to happen. There was a story that there's been a limo outside of the prison that guy's at, Tiger Joe, and there's been a limo outside waiting for the pardon to come. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, what comes down over the next few weeks. The Electoral College is December the 14th. And again, tomorrow night, I'm going to be talking more about that. Nobody has any more questions or anything. I'm going to get off here, save my throat a little bit. and call it a night. I'm going to go get checked out about Backwoods Bruce. Thank you all for watching. I know it's a little later than normal. I thought I'd try this, and I'm going to try to do another more extended live on Friday. And for those of you watching live, thank you so very much. For those of you that are watching it at a later time, thank you as well. How come Sleepy Joe has been photographed? I'm not sure what's been going on with Joe, really. Backward Bruce, I haven't been paying attention to Biden much at all. I've been working on a few other things and haven't been feeling good. So anyway, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night. Then I'll be back Friday night. And if you have anything that should be talked about that's not being talked about, let me know about it, because we will be talking about it. And that includes some of the things we're going to be talking about coming up with COVID. So thank you again for tuning in and watching, and take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll be back tomorrow night with an episode, and then we'll be on Friday Friday live. Thanks again. American Doofus Show. Love you all. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Walsh. Good night.